here's something that you didn't know. In between the interim of Ole being there and Dusty coming, I was booking the company.
I didn't know that.
I was in the office and just really waiting on Dusty to get there. Jim Herd tried to be a bully with bullies, and it just didn't work out for him. Wrestling is a business, and you have to have somebody to get somebody over. And Spivey was in that position at that time, and sometimes, I mean, I put everybody over in the business. I've probably been beaten more times than I ever won. I was next to be champion, and Rick was supposed to put me over, and he left with a championship and went to Vince.
Did he object to putting you over?
No, it wasn't that. It was, he blamed it on the money situation. I was there that night, and that was a night that we were supposed to use a third-party ring, and the word was that Vince had paid them not to show up.
Did she exhibit any skills that one said, hey, listen, you're not just a makeup girl. You can be on-camera talent and a focal point for this company?
No.
Right. Strange things just happen sometimes in the business?
It really depends on who she was dating at the time. I know it was Mike Graham that took the squeegee away from Sid.
Okay.
And the story goes that was Pillman, but it was Mike, and Mike told him he'd shove it up his ass. You know what? I like Larry Zbyszko personally, but he was one of the hardest guys that I ever had to work with.
Right.
There are a lot of guys I always look forward to getting in the ring with, and Larry wasn't one of them. I mean, I was one of the guys that had to work with him when he first started too, and it was brutal. I mean, he's a huge guy, and everything he did hurt, and everything was awkward. But we did what we could with him. Sid is another guy that we always had to work around, whenever either as a team or against him. Nikita was always a headstrong guy. He believed his own gimmick more than I guess than he got over. His in-ring work at that point just needed something else, and Dusty thought that Oz would do it. In the ring, Buddy was a technician. He was good at what he did, but it was just he couldn't handle real life. But I remember PN News.
Okay.
And he was somebody that shouldn't have been in wrestling. He shouldn't have been in the dressing room. He got caught stealing, and I believe somebody beat him up in the dressing room, and his career was short-lived. Night after night, he didn't feel the persona of that gimmick. So, I too, was in the ring when it was time to let out a howl after a spot. I would say, come on, give him a howl. And he would back up and do it. But he just, I guess we were just teaching him how to be Sting at that point.